Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft. Today I'm going to be showing you a command block contraption that produces a random output. Don't worry, this isn't the contraption I'm going to be showing you. Most of you will be familiar with this design. It's a randomizer. So if I place one of these in there, you will see that what we have is two items that take up different amounts of inventory spaces. So as I'm sure most of you will know, when the dropper places one of those items into here, it will produce a larger or smaller signal based on which one gets put in, and we can see that if we press this here, it kind of gives us a random output. You can tell by that light. So that's simply based on the fact that droppers have randomized outputs based on which slot they have. So the reason I'm showing all of this is because it will be important to the rest of the thing. So I'm going to connect this up with a piece of redstone and show you that this contraption takes about 3 redstone ticks to produce an answer, which is not very fast if you want to do lots of these calculations throughout a lot of time, especially if you want to involve command blocks, because then you've got to have another comparator here coming out of command block, which gives you a whole extra tick, which is time wasted. So as a response to this, I have built this system, which is quite a bit more complicated, but it's also quite a bit more faster. So also it comes straight out of command blocks. You see this here, this is just for show. We don't actually need these comparators here. These are just test4 commands, and you could use the parameters in the test4 commands anywhere you want in any command to make it activate. So after looking at that, all of you keen redstoners and command block users would have already figured out how this worked, especially after seeing this, but I'll go ahead and explain it anyway. In this dispenser, you'll see 3 eggs sort of popping in and out of existence, and then one of them is randomly chosen to be dispensed. Now you'll be able to see that these eggs are named, and then what we're going to do is we're going to be testing for whichever name is produced, and of course that's randomized. So that's about all there is to it, really. The only complicated stuff is when you want to use the block data command to reset this system. So, and of course, remove all the items in there. So that's a pretty complicated command. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'll put it in the description. But the general gist is you're just adding these items with all the correct tags. I've done a couple videos in the past about NBT data. It's all the same structuring, so if you need any help, I'd suggest going there. But yeah, the sort of driving force, I suppose, is the clock objective, which is a dummy objective. So as you know, this is a fill clock, so it's pulsing 20 times a second, and with all those pulses, it's adding 1 to this clock command. Now the reason this is necessary is because this actually does have some delay. All droppers and dispensers have this sort of, I suppose it must be 1 redstone tick delay before they do anything, because this adds up to 3, which is 1 tick for the dropper to put it in there, 1 tick for this to detect that, and then 1 tick for the comparator to pass the signal. Whereas here, we're kind of like chopping that in by third. We're just detecting the amount of time it takes for this dispenser to dispense. So if we go back here, we can see we're actually running an execute command all the way back here. We're executing at a player who has an exact clock score of 1. So you can tell, basically it's going to dispense, in this case a zombie, every time this clock gets to 1, and you can't see it on the side there, but because it's just much too fast. Now what these do, or not these, but this, it does it at a clock score of 5, and this over here does it at a clock score of 6. Now what this is doing is it's killing the zombie, and this is kind of the minimum amount of time you have to wait before you kill it. And if you notice, the difference between a clock score of 1 and a clock score of 6 is 5 game ticks, which is 1 redstone tick. So that's sort of the basis of how it works. You should have a understanding, as I said, or at least I think I said, you can use these parameters in any command you want. These comparators here are just to demonstrate, just to show you what's going on, but it's not necessary at all. And of course you can have more eggs in here if you please. I suppose the maximum is 9, but if you so please you could create a pretty elaborate system to give yourself more. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I think I've covered everything in this randomizer. The reason I'm doing all this is because I'm working on a big old project now, and I need to do a lot of randomizing very quickly. So this is pretty good for me, and I'll keep you guys updated with this project. I'll probably have lots of different little things that I'll be making, little components in the project that I'll be needing, and I'll be sure to keep you updated. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.